It's not a world of men.
I want you to be a man.
You could just be a man in this one moment.
I gotta be a man.
Be a man.
It's be a man time.
Be a man.
Be a man.
Be a man. Am I supposed to be a man?
Be a man.
Be a man.
Be a man.
Be a man.
You can act like a man.
Be a man.
Be a man. Are you a man that's had many close calls in life?
I have.
Have you?
Yes,
Have you always escaped in the end?
I have. I'm still here, thank
Right.
God. I mean, I know that right down the street when I was working at a sub shop, I used to go deposit the money at a bank, right? I walk in there, and there's all the tellers and everyone was always very happy. They're like crying and stuff. And I'm like, what happened? Oh, didn't you just see that? I'm like, what? Like 3 guys walked in with sawed-off shotguns.
Oh, man.
Fucking robbed them. I had like $7,000 on me or something.
shit.
Yeah. It wasn't my money. It was the place I worked at.
Wow.
So I just missed. They thought that I actually saw them do
Right.
it. Yeah, so that was a close call.
No witnesses left behind.
Yeah, well,
we
you
gotta
know.
kill the boy.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was pretty.
That's a close one.
Yes.
I got a close one, right? By the police. Ooh. I was dealing a babanya. If anybody know, you know what the babanya is.
Yeah.
The babanya. I was dealing fucking little something, right? And I was doing it heavily by myself for hours. Driving home, I was accosted at a red light by these fucking guys taunting me. I looked like an asshole in the car, in a little low riding car I had. I had glasses on, I had a lead pipe. I think I told part of this before. And anyway, the cops chased me down because they said, we saw you fucking brandishing a club out the window with that car. And I go, no, just getting home. I'm fucking wired out of my mind on coke, right? In the trunk, I have 1.5 ounces. Ooh. I'm fucking wired. I got cash on me.
Riding dirty.
Riding fucking very dirty. Going to a cruise the next day with my wife, right? And I get stopped by the fucking police, like I said. Then the second cruiser showed up. My fucking heart was gonna blow out of my fucking chest. And the first cop, was a cop that used to work in the 3rd District Court of Eastern Middlesex when I was a court officer. I tell you this story?
Yeah.
I'm telling it again. Fucking
No,
right?
good. No, good.
So the guy, I go, my last ditch, I go, Stretch. I mean, they called him Stretch, like Stretch Cunningham on Archie Bunker.
Yeah.
Because he was 7 feet tall, whatever the fuck he was. He goes, yeah? I go, it's me, Smitty. No, I said, it's me, John Fiore. I used to work in the court with the 3rd District Court, Judge Filoni, right?
Yeah.
He whispers to the other cop. The other cop fucking leaves. He goes, all right, get home. It was a fucking near escape. 10 years mandatory at the time.
Wow.
For real.
Jesus.
Yeah, for real.
Jesus.
I was like this. So I think I had white stuff on my face going, what? Huh?
Thank God.
I had a pretty crazy close call with fucking Canadian Border Patrol.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Fucking the dude that was driving was a fucking idiot. I was like, dude, just like say like fucking like we're going sightseeing or something, real casual. Fucking say anything. You know what I mean? And like he pulled up and I forget what the fuck he said, but he said something fucking crazy. And then they're like, yeah, and he's like, no, we're going sightseeing. And he's like, oh, now you're going sightseeing? And then I'm like, oh, we're getting pulled over. We're getting stopped. And he was like, pull over to the other side of the building. Dude, they suspected that we had weed on us because the car smelled like weed. Good reason. Good reason for it. And fucking back then, you know, it was still fucking illegal.
Still a crime.
It was still a crime.
Yeah.
And so fucking... They literally made us take our fucking pants and our shoes off. We were standing there in our fucking boxers.
Really?
And they brought out the drug smelling dogs.
They smell
and
your
shit.
assholes and balls in case you're like packing.
Yep, the dogs gave us the once over, and then fucking so we had a bowl in like a dime bag of weed that was stuffed in the center console. And fucking these guys were in there with fucking dental mirrors
They're
and
fucked
fucking
up.
and they had the dogs in there and shit. we fucking got away with it.
Wow.
We thought we were fucking getting arrested on a fucking international incident.
You were heading to Canada?
Yeah, we were headed to Canada, and we fucking. It wasn't even like we were coming back. It was like coming back to just like have a good night.
Yeah,
we were
right.
all fucking destroyed.
We
on
got
the way
rousted
back.
at the border for the same thing for weed.
Oh,
They
yeah?
fucking went through that fucking car, man. They found literally seeds at that point. After a big to-do, they said, all right, get the fuck out of here.
God.
But they broke our balls.
Going into Canada.
This was coming back.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It seemed like coming back. They didn't give a fucking dick.
Yeah,
You never know who you're going to get.
We were playing mind games with a buddy of ours who was real nervous about going through the border and stuff. And, with my buddy's saying, yeah, if they think you have weed, they strip search you at the board and they fucking stick a camera up your ass and all this other stuff. Right?
He fell for it.
The kid was fucking shitting his pants. So right when we pull up, my buddy pulls a bunch of joints out of his. He's all, this is what they're going to be looking for. Like that. Put it back in. The kid was shitting his pants, but they just basically asked us questions and let us through.
Man.
Yeah.
One time I was doing a play in Wellesley College in my early days. A fucking weird play.
All girls school.
Yeah, that's right. They had the theater department.
Just-
Us predators would come in.
I just
back
drove by
for the
this
plays.
morning with that video. I was right in that
Yeah,
area
is
today.
that what that was?
Yeah.
So we're smoking weed in the car. Cop pulls me over. Fucking reeked, right? I had a Toyota Celica. Anyway, I threw it, like the band, the pocket on the door. It was all like elastic. Right? So I threw it in there. The fucking cop was such a prick. He broke my balls. They arrested me for the night. He goes, when I find that, I'm going to find that fucking weed. And with you, in your case, I'm going to take such joint. He was a real prick. I'm going to get you. He fucking never found that half a joint in that car.
Oh, fucking
The
amazing.
next morning, it was still fucking there. They never looked in that spot, that dumb
Stupid.
fuck.
Oh, that's perfect.
Isn't that beautiful?
That's
Yeah.
a close call.
He goes, why do your car smell of weed? I go, because I'm doing a play with college kids, and in between, I let them sit in my car. Apparently, they smoked a joint. I was inside the building. I wasn't there.
Jesus Christ.
He goes, you lie.
What the fuck? You're an actor at that
I go,
point.
come on, man. Let a brother have a fucking bone.
I
Yeah,
know.
no
What's the
shit.
problem? What's the problem?
Right, I'm an actor. I'm a bohemian. I'm fucking Jack Kerouac. I do weed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm an entertainer.
Right, I
I need to be fucking sedated.
Yeah. Like I'm a jazz player. I need to be on fucking heroin.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I was on 93 South coming back like up in northern New Hampshire, and just a long weekend. I had one of those. Remember, I had that trailer, Tonzo.
Oh yeah.
All right, so I have one of those trailers you hitch onto your car, right? And 18 feet or 22 feet long, whatever it is. So we're driving back. The girls, we were holding hands. She's like rubbing my arm. She fell asleep. Next thing you know, I fucking passed out.
Oh, no.
And someone on my left beeped at me because I almost hit him. But I was going towards there was a big ditch in the middle of 93. So if that guy wasn't there to wake me up,
Wow.
I probably would have went in that. But
No shit.
bad enough that happened. But then to swerve back in the middle, I was going back and forth like a snake. And I saw the back going. I thought we were going to flip. But
You
we
fucking...
got out of it.
You landed the plane?
Got out of it. God. I mean, I could have been like,
Oh, that
could have hit somebody, killed somebody,
man.
killed myself.
The car incidents.
Oh,
It's fucking
yeah.
too numerous.
Oh yeah.
Miraculous, really.
Now I pull over and fucking pass out in my
Like you
car.
have to,
Ram.
yeah, man.
Take a 10-minute cat nap.
I hit a fucking deer on the interstate. Interstate.
Ooh.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
And
So you must have been fucking cooking.
I was going fucking fast, so I clipped him in the fucking rear quarter.
Oh, yeah.
He went airborne.
Oh,
Behind
shit.
me, up in the sky. He flew off to the fucking soft shoulder.
Did you get up?
No, he didn't get up.
No, fucking.
I was gone though. I only watched in the rear view for how many seconds I could watch
Yeah.
it. But he didn't go straight back and kill somebody else.
Yeah.
He went fucking like this.
Yeah.
I went in the fucking breakdown area. I said,
I've-
fuck
I've-
him.
I've
I mean, it
killed
was
a few
him or me,
deer.
right?
Yeah, I've killed a few deer.
I mean, I was watching a thing the other day where it was a guy teaching his daughter how to drive, and he was like, fucking, the number one killer is swerving. If you see an animal, it doesn't matter what the animal is.
That's true.
Just hit it.
fucking hit it. Just
You're right.
hit it. Like how many accidents people
Yeah.
fucking avoiding squirrels and fucking rabbits,
Yeah,
and they end up
fucking-
fucking wrapping
yeah.
If you
themselves
see a
around a
human,
pole.
hit it.
Yeah.
I went on a fucking squirrel killing spree about 3-4 years ago. It was by accident, though. I
was just running
strangely ran over like 3 in like a month
Oh,
out
yeah.
of nowhere.
You hear a little dud, right? And you hear just a
Oh,
little
yeah,
click. Yeah, it's like a little.
And then
it's
you
like
look in the, you
slow.
can see them flattened out in the fucking mirror when you're going down the road. And you feel bad for about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
But it was weird that I nailed 3 of them in a short time.
About a couple of years ago, I pulled over. There was a turtle crossing the road. I figured being a nice guy and get it. I pulled over. I'm getting out. This fucking car came over and fucking did it.
Flattened them.
Well, it didn't flat. It just killed them because it, it was a good sized turtle.
Probably 90 years
If I
old.
was there
those
10
fucking
seconds
turtles.
early, I would have got him.
I smoked a fucking bunny like a month ago. Smoked the fucking thing. And fucking, that's what I was thinking. I was like, I'm not going to swerve right now.
Right.
And I'm like, there's nothing I can
There's
do.
a
If he
lot
can't,
of rabbits around with you.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
no
got
shit.
rabbits
You know
up
why?
there.
Because they fuck like rabbits.
no shit. Maybe that's that was the old thing. And when, I don't remember there being fucking just bunnies bouncing
There's
around.
a lot of them around. Yeah,
You see them all the
I was
time.
in Providence last night down by the Riverwalk and shit.
Saw some.
Yeah, there was a bunch of rabbits. I thought it was a rat at first.
We
but it
got
was
the
a bunch of
fucking rabbits running all over the place up there.
yeah.
Turkeys,
I hit a rabbit like 3 or 4 years ago, right? And I hit it. I looked back. It was fucking dead. I kept on going. Like 3 hours later, I ride by. It's fucking a pancake. Fucking no one moved.
He
no
got
one moved it.
he got
It was just
rerun
a fucking
over and
pancake.
rerun.
Yeah.
You know who has no appreciation for close calls? Speaking of this, is a fucking squirrel. They escape by the skin of their
Yeah,
balls.
they
They
know how
literally
lucky they
go
are.
under your car. They don't even know what the fuck happened.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
It seems like, is it to
Ungrateful
fuck with you?
bastards.
Like fucking, they're just like playing chicken. Like fucking, it seems like
It's like they
do
wanna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, like they know
they're
that they-
spastic.
Yeah, I think they're just fucking nutgeese.
They're fucking rats with a big tail.
Sometimes
basically.
they've crossed the street successfully and then they bang that fucking ill-fated U-turn right back on the tire.
Yeah, right, yeah,
You go,
yeah.
Jesus, you were home free. Why'd you fucking turn around? You fucking idiot.
I've been shit faced a couple of times and passed out and smashed cars up. Twice it's happened to me.
Yeah.
I told the one story about I was at the place. Was it John Martin's Manor on Route 1? Is that what it was called?
What is it?
John Martin's Manor used to be Valley,
Yeah.
Valley Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Sounds classy.
Yeah, I was there and went with a bunch of kids from college. We went there. We were fucked up when we got there. Then we met other kids. Just happened to bump into these other kids from college. We were doing shots, and I was fucking out of my mind. So ended up picking up a broad, and we were going down Essex Street in Saugus. And next thing you know, I just passed out. I fucking hit a guardrail. Fucking out of my mind, right? So the girl's fucking pissed. We get out of the car. She's pissed. She tried to kick me in the balls, started throwing punches at me and took off. So I just pulled the car over and I started walking. I don't know where. The cops pull up. They're like, "Is that your Monte Carlo back there?" I'm like, "No." "Are you sure it's not your Monte Carlo?" I'm like, "Yeah." They said, "Look in the back seat." They had my fender back there. So get in the car. I was like, "Oh shit." So we get to the station. They were cool. They were like, the Saugus cops were like, "Hey, call someone to give you a ride home." They just got they PC'd me.
Yeah.
That was, nowadays.
In those days, yeah.
That's going back 40 years ago.
Now you'd get a fucking police escort.
Yeah.
Right? A
No,
phalanx of vehicles.
Yeah.
How about accidents? Have you guys ever been in any fucking crazy ones that were close calls? Yeah.
One time I let a total stranger drive my father's car. Does this sound familiar? And we fucking he totaled it. We're doing barbiturates. Legit fucking downers. And a bottle of wine
Yes.
every Friday night. And you'd literally be like this. Having an awesome time, are you? This is a great night. Fucking love it. That's how many beans we did with the wine. We were fucked up. So, nobody has a vehicle. My parents let me use the vehicle, right? I go home. This is before all the action began. I go, "Dad, I won't be needing the car tonight. We're staying up the street at Pete's house." He goes to my mother, "See that? He's responsible. He knows he's going to be drinking, and he's smart. Good job."
He's lean.
We go to Pete's house. We get totally fucked up. We get restless. There was a guy that we didn't know. He was a friend of a friend. I go, "Well, I can go get my father's car." Good move, right? But everybody there was three other guys. We were too fucked up to drive. I let the stranger drive. The friend of a friend. Ooh. He totals the car on Mass Ave, Cambridge. I'm in the front seat. The fucking windshield's broke. I'm out cold. I have no recollection. All I know is we woke up, the car was fucking demolished in the front. Ooh. No seatbelts. The two guys in the back fucking take off. Some hippie dude goes, "Hey, man, cops are coming. You guys better fucking take off. You guys better split. I go, I can't. It's my father's car. And I had to go home with the stranger. I go, you're going to tell my father when he comes in what happened. They were out on a date, right? I go to bed. Leave the stranger in my house, right? My parents come home. He greets him at the fucking door. He goes, there's been an accident. But then he explains it. My old man barges in the room, leaps on me, and starts hitting me with fucking haymakers. Next day, he forgave me. He said he was sorry. He goes, I'm just glad you're okay. But that was fucked up.
I love it.
Speaking of fucking like near misses, which could be, I had like some chick, I saw on Daily Mail, big wedding party on a boat, her kids, everybody having a good time on some fucking yacht in the Mediterranean, whatever, American. She got chewed up by the propeller in front of everybody. In front of everybody at the fucking wedding party on the boat.
That's the worst.
What the fuck?
That's
Like
awesome.
Like a guy,
Isn't that unbelievable?
one of the coaches for the Revolution's daughter, I think, got killed by propeller on the Cape.
She got
This is
chopped
why-
up by a fucking propeller.
I avoid any scenario where there may be a moving fucking propeller near me. No. How about these guys you read about? They walk into a fucking back of a helicopter blade.
Oh yeah,
That happens like more than you think.
Oh yeah,
that happened
right?
up at the Wenham Airport. There was the Beverly Airport. A guy that was working there walked into a plane propeller.
The fuck?
Yeah.
That sucks.
I said it was really.
That's
pretty
gonna
bad.
be a sucky way to go. You just get sucked
pretty-
into
you
thing and
fucking look
spat
like a-
out the
I
other
just
side.
know if I was
hamburger.
around that world, that would happen to me. That's why I can't be near it. I'm too clumsy.
Oh, yeah, I'd definitely get propelled too. If I was on a fucking
You know it.
propeller dominant job, I'd end up getting sucked in.
Sooner or later, you'd be one-armed and then dead. You know who died via propeller fucking hit? Is married with children. Peg Bundy, her father.
Oh really?
He got off a nice fucking long helicopter trip waving and walked right into the fucking propeller dead.
With the back propeller.
Yeah. Fucking chewed up.
Oh, you got
Steven Seagal's father too, right?
Did it happen to him too?
No, aren't they brother and sister?
Oh, no.
Peg Bundy.
that would be fucking. That would be
was.
crazy.
I thought they were brother and sister.
Oh, no.
No. Okay.
Would you hear that rumor?
Talk about a fucking odd couple.
Maybe you should spread that rumor. That's one of my lines of The Sopranos. Oh, that's some ugly shit. Maybe you shouldn't spread that rumor.
I remember when I was in college, I met this chick that was moving away. And she was around for the summer in Lynn. Hot, half Spanish, fucking beautiful girl, right? I was banging the shit out of her. And, for a couple months, she was over my place. I banged the shit out of her, took a shower, sat down on my couch, just had like a towel on me. She walked out the door and I swear 15 seconds later, my girlfriend that lived an hour away came out of nowhere and walked in to surprise me.
Oh,
That was so
what the fuck?
Yeah. I was, hey, what's up? Yeah.
Oh,
That was
that's
a close
one.
Yeah.
How about them backdoor men? They go out the fucking window when the hubby's coming in the fucking house, like in the movies.
I mean,
Just in the nick of time.
you believe I'm going to be 65 in a couple of weeks,
Oh, fuck
a
away.
couple of months, right? And a couple months ago, I was in bed with this broad, and I had to run out because her mother came home. She pulled in the driveway. I had to run out the front door.
Did you get dressed?
Yeah, I was half
Make good
dressed.
time?
I was already did the deed, but I had my clothes
Fucking
on.
near
Yeah,
escape.
yeah,
The shoes in the hand and the fucking.
yeah. She was like, "You gotta go. You gotta go. Go at the front." I'm like, "Where should I go? Go at the front. Go at the front." She stays on the phone for
She
a while.
said, fuck it, I'll bang
Yeah.
the mother too. Get her in here.
Mother's younger than me.
Right?
The mother's younger than me.
Of course.
Yeah. Like 10 years younger. It was like being in high school again.
That must have sent a little jolt through you. A little excitement.
Got my attention. I fucking ran out the front door and I walked fast and even looked back. I had it because my car was like 150 yards away.
How about near death? Like, I had a physical near death when I was a kid. I can only hear the recollections of it. See this trach I have?
Yeah.
I have a trach. I got a trach when I was 2 years old. 2. I only heard reports from my parents. They said I lay near death until I had this emergency trach. Whoa! So the old days, the old house doctors come around with a little fucking dirty fucking duffel bag of shit.
Yeah.
Dr. Nichols. Dr. Nichols.
We had Dr. Brandy.
Yeah, we went to Dr. Nichols early in the week. Bad cold flu, put him to bed. I continued to deteriorate. His sidekick, the fucking substitute, Dr. Murphy, comes by on Saturday going, nah, he's fucking whatever, right? My Uncle Joe comes over. My father's brother goes, you better get this fucking kid to a hospital. He's dying now. I'm like this. They rush me to Children's Hospital, where the legend has it as it grew, you were 1/2 of one fucking split second from death.
Wow.
Until they jammed the fucking hole in your throat and let you breathe again. I go, really?
Wow.
I live for a reason. What might that reason be?
To be on this
To inflict
podcast.
pain to others?
Yeah. To share your pain with others.
Why was I saved?
To share your message of torment and fucking anguish with the rest of
Right,
the
you
world.
can avoid some of these things as I bring them out to you people.
When I was younger, believe it or not, I used to bang different broads at the same time. Have a rotation.
Nice.
Ooh, that's
So,
ballsy. Never had the balls.
My number one, I texted her something meant for someone else.
Oh.
But I quickly followed up because we have a friend who's a pervert. Well, look at what my buddy, I won't say his name. Look at what he's texting girls.
Oh,
He's just
that's
he
a good
says,
trick.
Yeah, I fucking
it's a nice back pedal,
Yes.
be a man.
be a man.
Dude, I had a close call once that was fucking, and I found this out after the fact. We used to do food challenges all the time, and I did a challenge where it was 144 individually wrapped Twizzlers within an hour.
It's a gross.
It was one of those like Costco Sam's Club fucking things. There was 144 in there, and I ate the whole thing in a fucking hour. Oh my God. Shitting the most painful shit I've ever taken in my life. I was doing the fucking, what I refer to as the ping pong, when you take the shit and then the smell of it makes you vomit, and then you vomit into the bowl with your shit, and then you have to get back and shit on top of the puke that's on top of shit.
It's a vicious cycle.
That probably 5
You
or
gotta
6
bring a bucket
times.
in with you. That's all.
Oh yeah, like I
Should
should have been
like a
like,
stomach bug.
yeah, I should have been fucking in a
Yeah,
shower.
he could have been dead. Then you'd be one of these poor bastards in the Daily Mail. Man dies from eating fucking Twizzlers. You want that? You want that?
I found that out after the fact. Somebody told, they were like, you could have went into a fucking
Diabetic fucking shock.
diabetic fucking coma.
Right. Yeah, I've binged on sweets and candy like that.
Oh yeah.
And every other goddamn
I
thing
was-
there
I
is
was-
to binge on.
About 15 years ago, I had a Silverado truck. Big, I thought it was I was on Route 62 in Wilmington, and right by that little hospital there, I just lost control of it. If there was cars coming the other way, I mean, I was like swerving back and forth. If there was a car coming the other way, it was smashing into it.
Yeah.
A lot of close calls
Oh
driving.
yeah. Now I'm fucking grandpa behind the fucking wheel.
Oh yeah.
I'm in no rush to go anywhere.
Me too, man.
You know what I'm saying?
I
don't give
take
a
my
fuck.
time.
Yeah.
But my one thing is that I floor it to the speed limit. I don't take my time getting there to like the pace that I'm gonna go. I go off the fucking line like I'm doing a fucking race. 230 or 35, whatever the fuck it is.
Yeah. Her father called me a heavy footer from North Dakota.
I got lead
Yeah, he goes,
foot.
oh, John, he's a heavy footer.
Backseat driver.
Yeah, he was a driving school instructor, so he was super sensitive.
Did you
to
ever
it.
drive with him? Driving the car?
Yes, he was a passenger and I drove.
Oh no, but in your
Did he
life,
critique it?
No.
he's never driven you anywhere.
No. I've only seen him a few times.
Okay.
But he called me. He's a real heavy footer. I don't think I was. Herky jerky.
Used to call him cowboys. He drives like a cowboy. You ever hear that growing up?
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
like
yeah.
a. He drives like a cowboy.
You do like 60. You see the lights changing, but you're still doing 60.
Yeah.
And then you fucking apply the brakes heavily so the passenger's head jerks forward. That's when they hate you as a driver. They go, we don't want you to drive. You suck.
You do that move when somebody's sitting there with the drink with the straw, and you do the break and you fucking poke them in the face with the fucking straw. That's a good move.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I mean, all in all, I've had a lot of close calls.
Yeah.
Most of them when I'm fucked up.
See, thank God you survived because you are on a true fucking mission right now. You know what I mean? You were saved for this very reason. I'm convinced of it.
Just
Oh, yeah.
remember one thing: it's okay to be a man.
See?
That's right.
We should do it like a preacher. Call down, donate to be a man. Fucking ministries, right? Because you had to survive.
Dude,
carry out forth the message.
Be a Man Industries or Ministries, Be a Man Ministries, that's got a fucking ring to it.
What
That's got some
a
pop.
friend we have in Be a Man. How about, I'm waiting for some fucking broad guy, whatever, like a fucking sting operation, say the cheating dirty husband is in cahoots with the girlfriend because she's going to dump the guy too.
Yeah.
They're on the bed. The broad reaches over, fucking puts on FaceTime to the wife. To the wife. The guy's like this. He turns over. He sees the wife's mug. Fucking busted. Irrevocably fucking busted. You're done.
That'd be the hooker from Miami doing it to that girl.
Nowadays, with fucking technology, a man's got to be on his fucking tiptoes.
Oh, yeah.
Be a man.
We have our newest, hottest segment in the street, the Be a Man fucking hotline. Leave your crazy fucking messages, stories, your own Be a Mans, whatever the fuck you want at 617-329-9505. This week, we did something a little different. We got a couple of texts. We didn't get actual voicemails. So what we did here at the Be a Man Laboratory is that we ran these texts through an AI. That's artificial intelligence, Be a Man.
Oh,
That was that guy that was here from MIT the other day who set you up. I remember.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. We have all our fucking craziest brain nerds chomping at the bit to fucking break down this AI. But we have one that I'm not going to give any preface. I'm just going to call this Lie Till You Die.
I had a girlfriend, North Shore chick, through high school back in the 90s, and we dated for a year or two after my one-year college experiment. Needless to say, I was running around touching everything but the third rail. Sometime between 1999 and 2000, I met a gorgeous, crazy broad at the Roxy who was even crazier in bed. We started fucking right away, and she knew I had a girlfriend. She said she didn't give a shit as long as I wasn't fucking anyone else. Of course, I said, sure, whatever you want, wink wink, and kept on fucking any chick I could. This went on for about 6 months until she caught me with another broad. She called the next morning and told me I had until the end of day to tell my GF everything or she was gonna call her. She works for the phone company and rattled off her phone number, which immediately sent me into panic mode. Of course I lied and said she was a friend who was giving me a ride home after my boys left me to bang some pigs. After some serious convincing, she finally believed me. At the time, my friends and I had a motto when it came to chicks. Lie till you die. After that close call, I knew I had to get rid of her. She went totally batshit crazy and started following me around. Even on nights I was with my girlfriend. I was able to break it off with the help of her friends and threats of a restraining order. After some time passed, I'd see her out at random places, and sure enough, we started talking when we ran into each other. My friends were like, WTF you doing? Stay away from her. I said fine, and if you ever see me talking to her again, punch me in the face. Fast forward a few months and I'm back at the Roxy and I see her. For whatever reason, the disco biscuits were hitting hard that night and she was the best looking broad in the place. My buddies all said to stay away from her, but eventually we snuck off upstairs and found a place to talk where my friends wouldn't find me. We both agreed to leave together, but I told her I couldn't let my friends see me leave with her. She gave me her keys to her apartment in the North End and told me to jump into a cab and she'd be 10 minutes behind me. Sure as shit, she was right behind me, and as soon as she walked into the apartment, we got right to business. We were both high on ecstasy. She kept telling me she was still on the pill and wanted me to come inside her. Obviously not in the right state of mind, I believed her and didn't want to let her down. I launched my load right inside her and immediately knew I was fucked. I left the next day, and we kept in touch, only talking once in a while. Sure as shit, 9 months pass and she calls to say she's pregnant. Once again, I go into panic mode and she says she's having the baby. She said if I don't tell my family and girlfriend, she will. At the time, I don't know what to do, so I ask for some time to think of what to tell my family and GF. We talked every day and I pleaded with her to get an abortion. She said she already had an ultrasound and there was no way after seeing it. One day she finally shows up at my GF house with the pics from the ultrasound. Shit goes wild and I fly over there. I told my GF I never hooked up with this chick and that she was crazy and stalking me for months. Someone called the cops because all the commotion and they sent the crazy broad on her way. Now I'm with my GF trying to convince her the crazy broad is lying. Finally, after a few days, she believes me. At the same time, with the help of the crazy broad's friends, I finally convince her no matter what, we'll never be together. She agrees to get an abortion, but she made sure it cost me. I think I paid quadruple for what they go for, but I wasn't complaining. We didn't talk for a while after that. But we did see each other once before she got married. Moral of the story when it comes to chicks: lie till you die.
Oh my fucking god!
Jesus, that's unbelievable.
What a saga.
That's unbelievable.
Fucking tears of joy and fucking all over. Unbelievable.
The Roxy.
I gotta say, what a performance by that fucking AI guy.
Yeah.
He knew what, right when they hit the fucking parts like this.
Yeah. Good enunciation.
It's gone.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
He was emoting.
Oh yeah, like wasn't that the most dramatic story you've ever heard?
The only part I don't buy is 9 months later she called. She was too late to get an abortion.
Yeah.
So
it could be some fucking skullduggery by the broad. If it's even a true story.
But like that sounds like an absolute fucking nightmare. Like fucking like
oh my god.
The broad's gonna bring fucking pictures of fucking the ultrasound of the baby in the hole.
We all been there.
Ooh.
That's fucking really like that's convicted hardcore felon right there.
Yeah.
When a broad says I'm gonna bring pictures of the fucking ultrasound.
If you like your girlfriend and you get caught like that, you gotta if you want to stay with her, you gotta beg for forgiveness.
Oh,
she'll never forgive you though.
How do you get out of the fucking ultrasound pictures?
Yeah, there's no way back after that.
Then of course there's the one true thing is the test, the paternity test, right?
Right.
So I don't know. What do you think of that guy, Be a Man?
I think he's awesome.
Yeah. Well, of course we all agree here universally. You absolutely lie till you die.
Yeah. Deny. If your broad doesn't see your dick going in another broad's pussy, she can't fucking prove it. That's the way I look at it.
I know this guy who knew a guy on a fucking sting. The wife sent a fucking investigator on him. There was pictures of the guy. They present the pictures to him. He goes, "That ain't me." And they go, "You're kidding, right? It's fucking you." He goes, "That ain't me. I'll admit it looks like me, but it ain't me." I go, "That's fucking beautiful, isn't it?"
Yeah.
The wife goes, "You're a fucking lunatic."
Do I know the guy?
No. I don't even know the guy. He's a friend of my friends.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And the guy said, "I don't give a fuck. What it looks like me, but it's not me."
Be a man. We're all lucky. Sounds like we all had some pretty close calls. God's been looking over us. We're all here. And the reason we didn't die is just to talk to you guys out there.
That's right. God is on our side. He's on all your sides, right? Just the way you look at things. We fucked up, yes. We've been lucky, yes. But we're still here. We're doing the best we can, right?
Yeah. Real men never die.
Real men never die.
Right.
You know? And you'll continue to fuck up if you're going to be a real man.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed the
Be a man.
Experience.